This lecture we are going to discuss about amplifiers. Basically, an amplifier is an electronic circuit that increases the strength of the input signal in terms of amplitude. Suppose this is our amplifier or our amplification circuit. This is its input port. This is its output. Now, suppose the input what I am giving has an amplitude of 2 volts and has a time period of 2 seconds. Now the output what I am obtaining for this will have an higher amplitude. Let the amplitude of this be 4 volts and its time period will be the same 2 seconds. That is, at same frequency the amplitude is being increasing, that is the strength of the signal gets increased. That is the function of the amplifier. Now, where do we use these amplifiers? Amplifiers are used in televisions, radios, and other communication circuits. Yeah, and the major element, there is a major element that is involved in the construction of an amplifier, that is the BJT transistor or an FET transistor. So this is a basic definitive overview of an amplifier, where it is used and what is the major element that makes the signal get amplified. Now coming to the classification of the amplifiers. The amplifier based on the device being used is classified into 2 types of amplifiers. One is BJT amplifier. The other one is FET amplifier. Now, based on the number of stages what you are using, that is single stage amplifier, multi-stage amplifier, the third one is based on the configurations. As you already know, there are two types of transistors, BJT and FET. Based on their configurations, we can have 3 amplifiers, that is common emitter amplifier, common base amplifier, common collector amplifier. Based on the FET configurations, we have common source amplifier, we have common gate amplifier, we have common drain amplifier. Now, based on the output, whatever the output you get, or that form in which you are getting the output, we have 2, that is a voltage amplifier. If your output is in voltage form, we call it as a voltage amplifier, and if your output is in the form of a power, we call it as a power amplifier. The 5th classification is based on the operating conditions. Operating conditions, that is, you have class A amplifier, you have class B amplifier, you have class AB amplifier, you have class C amplifier. Now, based upon the frequency response, we have audio frequency amplifier, we have intermediate frequency amplifier, we have radio frequency amplifier. radio frequency amplifier. And the last classification is the bandwidth. Based upon the bandwidth what you have, we classify it into narrow band amplifier, and we classify into wide band amplifier. So this is the basic overview of what is an amplifier and what is the necessity of an amplifier and where it is being used and how it is being classified. So this is a very important answer from an examination point of view too, and as well as from analog electronics part, that the major concept of amplifier is very much efficient from an electronics engineer point of view. Now, after covering the basic concepts of amplifier, now we'll be trying to construct an amplifier. Construction. Now, for construction of an amplifier, first we need the major element, that is a BJT or FET transistor. So first I am here taking a BJT with a common emitter configuration. So the amplifier will be named as common emitter amplifier. Since I am using only one BJT, that is, I will be referring this complete amplifier what I will design as single stage CE amplifier, that is single stage common emitter amplifier. Now first I will be drawing a BJT in common emitter configuration. This is our emitter, base and collector. From here, this will be a grounded part, as usual what we have. This will be our input, that is input signal Vs. This will be our output voltage or output signal Vout. This is our input signal Vs. This is our output signal that we obtain Vout, which is the amplifier. For clear understanding, you can write like this also. Same concept, we'll use 2 volts, and here again it gets increased to 4 volts because amplifier increases only in terms of amplitude. Now, for construction of an amplifier, firstly we have taken the configuration what we need, then we have assigned the inputs and outputs. Now at the input side we need to connect a capacitor. Output side also we need to connect a capacitor. We'll name this as C1, C2. Now C is for capacitor. C why we are denoting? The reason for this C is we are indicating this capacitor as a coupling capacitor. Coupling capacitor CC1. Similarly, this is coupling capacitor CC2. And here we'll be getting the power supply VCC. We suppose I take here it as 12 volts. This is the supply that is powering the circuit. Now, here we need to connect one resistor over here, and another resistor over here, and one more resistor over here. Let this resistors be RE, let this be RB, let this be R1, let this be R2. So these resistors R1, R2, RB and RE, R1, R2, RB and RE are forming the resistive stabilization network for the amplifier. What do you mean by resistive stabilization network? Means The purpose of using these 4 amplifiers is that it is making the voltage of the circuit stable. Suppose if there is a fluctuation in the voltage or there is a up and down, this resistive network will tolerate all this and will not harm the circuit of the amplifier. That's why it is resistive stabilization network. Now, here we have one more capacitor, CE. Since it is connected to emitter, CE. This is called as emitter bypass capacitor. Now, what is the reason of connecting this capacitor is that if you don't connect this capacitor, the output voltage will keep decreasing. That is, it will go on decreasing if this capacitor is not connected. So the functions of this R1, R2, RB, RE, that is the resistive stabilization network, is being clearly understood to you, and the emitter bypass capacitor is also understood to you, and coupling capacitor is also indicated, but I have not shown you the working of it, why we are using this. The reason of using this coupling capacitors, let it be 1 and 2, since we are using CC1, CC2, this capacitor is used to block the DC and allow the AC signal to come into the circuit. This is the first advantage, because all amplifiers what we design all work on AC signals. Don't get confused, this is AC signals. This is DC supply. Supply is something that is powering your device. Signal is that thing that is being used in the circuit. In similar way we can say that what we eat to gain energy is our VCC, and what I am speaking to you while delivering the lecture is our VS. So this gets amplified. So whatever the signal what I am speaking to you, similar way the amplifier works on AC signal. So don't get confused between this VCC and VS. So these coupling capacitors block the DC and allows only the AC components to come. And the second advantage is that it is used for constructing. It is used for constructing multi-stage RC coupled amplifiers. Multi means this is one stage. You can have n number of stages to this. Now, here we also connect one load resistor Rn, because we also need to have a load where the output can be delivered. So this is the basic construction and working. That is how the amplifier will be working in a single stage construction. That is very much necessary, because through single stage only we can proceed towards multi-stage